In the last section, we have seen how to run MongoDB server, which is MongoD server, and how to connect to the MongoD server with the Mongo shell. So now that we have all the setup in place, we can go ahead and create first database in MongoDB. So now we will be creating our first database. So here our MongoDB server is up and running. So I'll open another command prompt and I'll connect to MongoDB server with the Mongo shell. So I'll type Mongo and hit enter. So connected to test. So I'll create first database with the command use and then database name. I'll give database name as my blocks. So use is the command to create database and my blocks is the database name. So use and then database name will create the database. So hit enter. So switch to db my blocks. It means now db variable will be referring to my blocks database. So create a collection. Now the next thing is we will be creating our first collection inside the database. So create a collection, we need to give the command db dot collection name. I'll give the collection name as db dot articles, means inside this db I'm creating a collection with the name of articles. So here collection name is articles and I want to insert data, so I'll give dot insert and then I'll insert data inside this curly braces. So articles, then I'll give article name. I'll give article name as MongoDB intro category. I'll give category as database, and I'll give tags as a array. So in the tags I'll give NoSQL DB and I'll give big data. So here we are creating a collection with the name articles and we are inserting data as name MongoDB, category as database and tags as NoSQL DB and big data. So here we are inserting a array also in the collection. So I'll just put enter. See here, right result inserted one means this data has been inserted. To see the result whether it has been inserted or not, we have to hit the command db dot articles, means db dot collection name dot find. Find is the command to query a document or query a articles, means document inside the articles, and hit enter. So it will show id, which is the auto generated unique number, unique object id generated by the MongoDB server. So we will be discussing this in a separate lecture in detail. For now you can understand it as a primary key in relational database. So this is same as a primary key in the relational database for now, and name as MongoDB intro, category is database, tags. To see this in better format, we will just add at the last pretty. So if you give the command like db.articles.find.pretty, means db.collectionname.find.pretty, it will show this result in a better format. So see here, it's showing in a better JSON format. ID, name, category and tags. Tags is showing as a array. So this is the way to create first database and first collection in MongoDB. In the next lecture, we will be learning about how to insert documents in a MongoDB, how to create a document and then how to insert that document in collection. In the last lecture, we have seen how to create a first database in MongoDB and how to insert document in MongoDB. In this lecture, we'll create a document and then we will save that document in the collection. So let's get started. So in the last, we have created this collection articles and we have inserted the data. Now I'll create a document variable where, and then document name, we can give it any name. I'm giving article info. So this is the document name, article info, and then so we are creating where article info equal to opening and closing braces and then semicolon. We will hit enter. So now we have created a document. So now enter article info article info dot, will give article name equal to MongoDB introduction. Hit enter. Then we give article info dot author name Sunil, and then article info dot tag equal to, will create an array again here, give database comma NoSQL comma DBA comma dev. We hit enter. So we have created an array also in the document. Then we give article info dot metadata equal to, create another object inside the document metadata. Then we give article info metadata dot author equal to, give Sunil G. Then we give another name Kumar. Then we give article info dot metadata description equal to about MongoDB. Then metadata, then we'll give created on, we give new date. So in this document we are creating a document with the name article info, and inside that we are inserting data like article name, author name, tags as a array of tags, NoSQL DBA, and then article info metadata, another object we are creating inside the document. We are giving this, and then now since we have created this, now we need to save this to the collection. So to save db dot collection name, which is articles dot, last lecture we have used insert, now we will be using save, and then we will pass the document name is article info, and we hit enter. So it is successfully entered. Now to see whether it is successfully entered or not, we'll get db dot article info, articles dot find dot pretty. Okay, to see here, this is the data we have created in our first lecture, and this one we have created now. So this is the document we have created. So in the last lecture we have created this data with this object id, and here we have created this object with this new object id, and this is the document. So see here, metadata, this is one object, and inside object we have another object metadata. So this is the way to create a document and save that document inside a collection. In the previous lecture, we have created a database using command use, and we have inserted a document with insert command, and we have saved a document using save command. So in this lecture, we are going to learn about how to drop a database which we have created. So the first thing we will see in our MongoDB, what are the databases are there. So we will use command so databases. So see here, we have our database my blocks which we have created in last section, and now we want to drop this database my blocks which we have created. So to delete or to drop a database, first we need to switch to that database. So I'll use command use my blocks to switch to that database. So now we have switched to db my block. Now we will drop this database with the command db dot drop database. So this is the command to drop any database in MongoDB, db dot drop database, and I'll hit enter. So it's saying dropped, database name is my block, and status is okay. So now our database has been dropped. We will verify it with the command so db. Yes, now our database my blocks is not showing in the list. It means our database my blocks has been dropped from the MongoDB server. So this is the command to drop a database in MongoDB. In this lecture, we are going to learn about creating a collection using a command db.createCollection, which is having two parameters, name and option. So name parameter is having a type string, and its purpose is to provide the name of the collection. An options parameter which is having type document, and its purpose is to specify various options like indexing, memory size, maximum number of documents to be allowed in a collection. So we can create a collection with only passing parameter name, which is a mandatory parameter. Options parameter is completely optional. So we can create a document by passing only name. So db.create collection and then we pass the name of collection. So we'll see what is this options parameter. Options parameter is a document which is having some fields which we can specify. The first one is capped. If we specify cap true, if we set the cap field to true, it means it will create this collection as a capped collection. Capped collection is a collection which automatically deletes oldest entries when it reaches its maximum size. It means when we set cap equal to true or cap true, we need to specify the size field as well. So size field we can specify in bytes, memory size in bytes. So when we set cap true, we need to specify the size field as well. The next is auto index id. When it is set to true, it will create index on the field underscore id. By default, auto index id is set to false, so it will not create any index on the underscore id field unless until we specify it to true. The next is maximum number of document, which is max. So max field we can specify if we want to restrict our collection with the number of documents. So we can specify the number of documents, maximum number of documents allowed in a collection. So now we are clear with these two parameters. Let's create a collection in MongoDB. So we will create a database my blocks using command use my blocks, and then we will use command db dot create collection, and we will pass only name parameter. We will pass the name as article and we will hit enter. So we have created a collection with the name articles. We'll see so collection, it will show us the collections created in this database. So we have successfully created a collection with the name articles. So this is the way to create a collection with the syntax db.create collection. Here we have passed only name parameter, not the options parameter. So we have created a collection with passing only name parameter. Now we will create a collection by passing name and options parameter as well. So db.create collections, and then pass collection name as blocks, and we will pass options parameter which is a document. So we'll pass this in a curly braces, cap true, auto index id true, size as we can give any value like 3679000, and max as 1000. So here we are creating a collection with the command db dot create collection. Sorry, here I have typed wrongly, create collections, should be collection, and I'm giving the name of the collection as blocks and passing the options parameter as capped true, auto index id true, size I'm giving some size in bytes, and maximum documents allowed is 1000. I'll hit enter. So we have created a capped collection as well. So collection, so see here articles and blocks. Article is a normal collection and blocks we have created as a capped collection by passing a options parameter. So in this lecture we have learned how to create a collection with passing various parameters. In the last lecture, we have seen how to create a collection in MongoDB database. In this lecture, we will learn how to drop a collection in MongoDB database. So first thing, we will switch to our database myblocks using command use myblocks, and then we see how many collections are there in our database. So collection will return all the collections in the database. So articles, blocks, and system.indexes. So this article collection we have created in the last lecture. We will delete this collection in this lecture. So to delete, we will run a command db dot collection name which is articles here. So articles db dot articles dot drop. This drop method is a no argument method. It will not take any argument, and when we run this method it will return either true or false. If it is successfully dropping a database, it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So we will hit enter. See, it is returning false because I have given the collection name wrongly. I have typed the collection name wrongly. So since it is not existing in the database, it is returning false. So now I'll correct it, db dot articles, which is the collection name dot drop. So Now it will return true. Now we'll check whether it is there or not. So collection. So it will return only blocks and system.indexes. It means our collection is successfully dropped from the database. So this is the command db.collectionname.drop. The drop is the method to drop a database. Drop is a method to drop a collection in MongoDB database. How does this drop method work? When we call this method, it will take the lock on entire database and it will start executing this drop method, and when it completes it will release the lock. Why it is taking lock on the entire database? So that no other processes or no other command can modify this collection, because we are going to drop this. So this is the way to drop a collection in MongoDB.